All right, let's dive right into this explainer. We're going to investigate a classic and honestly a very expensive automotive mystery. What exactly happens when you ignore that stubbornly glowing check engine light on your dashboard? We've all been there, right? The light pops on, but there are no weird noises, no smoke, no sudden loss of power. It's incredibly tempting to just keep driving and pretend it isn't there. But today, we're going to look at the hard data and understand exactly why that approach is a massive financial trap.
It's a deeply relatable scenario for so many drivers. You think, why ignore it if the car drives fine? Well, today we are going to uncover why shrugging off one specific warning, the P0420 code, could quietly drain hundreds of dollars in fuel right out of your wallet, probably before you even realize there's a serious problem. It's literally a silent killer of fuel economy. Understanding what's going on behind the scenes is going to save you a ton of stress and money.
Okay, Section 1, Anatomy of Code P0420. Let's look under the hood and see what this code actually means in the real world. So, the crucial point here, as noted by the automotive experts at Edmunds, is that your car's computer has essentially thrown a penalty flag. A P0420 code simply means the computer thinks your catalytic converter is slacking off on bank 1. Now, your catalytic converter is basically your car's personal chemical refinery. It's designed to scrub harmful emissions out of your exhaust. When it stops working efficiently, your car's entire engine management system just gets thrown completely out of balance. Now, how does it actually know there's a problem? CarParts.com breaks it down for us. Picture a clean technical cutaway of your exhaust system. You've got these two oxygen sensors. Let's picture them glowing in amber and green. You have an upstream sensor right before the converter and a downstream sensor right after it. These two are constantly communicating, comparing notes in real time to monitor the converter's health. If the exhaust coming out isn't significantly cleaner than the exhaust going in, boom, the system trips the alarm. And this brings us to an incredibly tight margin for error. According to data from Rohnert Park Transmission, most modern vehicles require the catalytic converter to operate at around 95% efficiency. 95%. Think about that for a second. If your converter drops to, say, 90% efficiency, which sounds like a solid A- in school, your car's computer considers it a complete and total failure and throws that P0420 code. Moving on to Section 2, the hidden fuel cost. This is where we see how this seemingly invisible problem quietly hits your wallet. We have this fascinating data from GoParts showing a really sneaky timeline. On day 1, when the code first sets, there's usually no fuel economy loss at all. The car feels totally fine. But a few weeks later, if you leave it unresolved, the internal honeycomb substrate of the converter starts getting coated with deposits, or it starts overheating. You'd actually start to see your MPG readout slowly dropping. Fast forward a few months, the converter gets partially clogged. It's like shoving a potato in your tailpipe. Your acceleration turns incredibly sluggish, and the fuel economy loss becomes severe. It doesn't happen all at once. It just slowly drains your tank over time. To put real numbers to this, you can literally see how fuel economy drops steadily before a repair. We aren't just talking about fractions of a penny here. We are talking about a measurable, steady decline in how far your car can travel on a single gallon of gas. Every single trip to the grocery store starts costing you slightly more. Just look at this actual anecdote from the Drive Accord Honda forums. An owner documented their exact mileage and said that after replacing a failed converter, their next full tank jumped from roughly 35 miles per gallon up to 37 miles per gallon. This totally grounds our data in reality, showing a highly noticeable jump in efficiency once that root cause is resolved. Over the course of a year, those 2 miles per gallon add up to a significant chunk of wasted cash at the pump. Which brings us to Section 3, Brand-Specific Catalyst Killers. Before you rush out to buy expensive replacement parts, let's look at the usual suspects. When you do a side-by-side comparison of Honda, Nissan, and Mitsubishi, it proves that a P0420 code is absolutely not a one-size-fits-all failure. You can't just assume the converter simply died of old age. There is almost always an underlying assassin that took it out, and every brand destroys a converter a little differently. Let's start with Honda. If you own a Honda V6, and we're talking about incredibly popular models like the Accord, CR-V, Odyssey, and Pilot, GoParts points out that the true internal culprits are usually faulty fuel injectors causing misfires or worn piston rings causing oil consumption. Either way, you're dumping raw fuel or oil straight into the exhaust. You are actively poisoning your converter's internal chemistry from the inside out. Now moving over to Nissan models like the Altima, Murano, Pathfinder, and Xterra, these owners face a very different, very physical breakdown. The front pre-catalytic converter can actually break apart, sending destructive debris downstream to smash right into the main unit. Alternatively, as a premium notes, Nissan systems are notoriously sensitive to poor heater circuit performance on the downstream oxygen sensor. That means you could be getting false readings even when the converter itself is perfectly fine. And here is a massive plot twist for Mitsubishi owners. For the 2008 to 2010 Outlander and the 2009 to 2010 Lancer 2.4-liter, sometimes the failure isn't even real. Yep, Mitsubishi issued Technical Service Bulletin TSB 1213005 for a completely false P0420 code. The root cause? A flaw in the engine computer's judgment criteria. The computer was basically grading the converter on an impossibly harsh curve. This right here is the ultimate proof that jumping straight to a hardware replacement is a terrible idea. Can you imagine paying $1,000 for a brand new converter when the actual fix mandated by the TSB was just a simple software reprogram? All right, Section 4, the diagnostic checklist. How do we actually solve this without wasting our money? Across every single brand we've looked at, this universal 3-step diagnostic checklist is your strongest defense against expensive, unnecessary repairs. Step 1, always diagnose misfire codes first. Step 2, check your oxygen sensors and their heater circuits. And Step 3, always check for technical service bulletins, or TSBs, to ensure you aren't just dealing with a known software glitch. I really want to emphasize this specific point from carparts.com. Unburned fuel is a fast-acting catalyst killer. That is precisely why misfires are at the very top of the checklist. If you just bolt on a brand new catalytic converter without fixing the misfire first, that new unburned fuel is going to destroy your expensive new converter in a matter of weeks. You'd be right back at square one. So as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with this final thought. If your check engine light is glowing right now, what is your car's computer really trying to tell you? Before you ignore that light on your dash again or jump straight to ordering the most expensive replacement part, ask yourself what hidden financial drain is quietly accumulating under your hood. Take a breath, use the checklist, and let the